Hey guys, my name is Kern and welcome back to Octane Street, the road to YouTube that never ends. And today we're going to be doing a super clean video on my Mustang GT's wheels, inspired by none other than ChrisFix. I'm sure you guys already know who he is, so shout out to him. Hopefully the tricks he shared in his video can help with my Mustang's wheel, because if you guys take a quick look here, you guys will see that there's a lot of caked up, hard to remove brake dust, grot, and dirt built up on this wheel. And I've tried in the past to get it off. I couldn't. Today we're going to be using a plethora, and I do mean a plethora of sprays, lubricants, sponges, so to say, to get it off. As you guys can see here, hanging off my bucket. And yeah, it should go good. You guys said you guys want to see car care cleaning videos when I asked you guys on the channel. And you guys know I'm the type of person that delivers. Is great content for me. Hopefully it's great content for you guys. Let's go ahead, take this wheel off, give you guys a nice angle, and get to cleaning. See y'all there. We got the wheel off, and I want you guys to come in, take a good look again. Here's the front, and then I'm gonna flip it around to see the back, the barrel of the wheel. Very, very disgusting. We're gonna fix all of this today, hopefully in this video. I'm gonna lay it down, give it a good wash, and then it's off to using some products. Alright guys, so now we're going to use an all-wheel cleaner. This one's from Meguiar's, same one ChrisFix recommends and uses. As always guys, links to everything I use in this video and all my videos can always be found in the description below via affiliate links. If you guys do plan on picking up these products, please click my links. They do really help support the channel and help support your boy. With that being said, we're going to be using two different size brushes here, pretty big one and then a relatively smaller one. I'm just going to be spraying the Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner here. Pretty nice and gingerly, like that. I'm gonna let it just sit for a little bit and hope to see some things turning purple here, because that means the iron decon in this spray is working and breaking down those tough to remove iron particles, residue. So far nothing's turning purple, which makes me think that the residue actually stuck on the wheel of the residue stuck on this wheel is not necessarily iron particles, but something else. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and start with the big brush here and working my way in some of these areas here, just like that. Alright guys, so I just sprayed all the all-wheel cleaner detailer on there, rubbed it in very nicely, gingerly with that brush, and now we're going to actually wash away all of it with our hose here. Alright guys, so I just finished cleaning up the wheel with that all-wheel detailer cleaner from Meguiar's right here. Rubbed it in nicely and gingerly, and then now washed it away as you guys saw. And I just dried up the wheel so we can see what we're working with. If you guys come in closely, it hasn't really done too much damage or work towards these really tough stains that I can't get out. So far, no good. But I'm more looking forward to those stain removal stages, because I think these are some really tough stains. So maybe the clay bar is going to be able to lift it up off of the wheel itself. Otherwise, it might just be permanent damage done to the wheel, and all of this is for nothing. So hopefully you guys can learn through me in this video. But the next thing we're going to be tackling is the tire. As you guys can see, it has this very brown, ugly, disgusting looking tint to it. It looks like they're always muddy. And to get rid of that, we're just going to be using a bottle of soapy water here, which is some dish soap mixed with warm water, and a black nylon brush to work the soapy water into the tires pretty well. And that's going to get the old ozonate, which is a tire protectant, a rubber protectant that protects it from UV rays, etc., etc. It's going to get the old stuff off so that when we put the new stuff on, it's going to look nice, black, shiny, and clean. That's in a later step. For now, let's go ahead and spray it with some soapy water, rub it in, and hope we see better results than we have so far. So it's definitely turning the soapy water into a brown, murky color, which is what I do want to see, because that means it is lifting off the old ozonate off this rubber, and we'll be able to better apply the new compound once we get to that step. later on in this video. I'm gonna keep working this off camera here, and we'll catch you guys back when it's all done. All right guys, so as you guys can see, some of it has dried up, but for the most part it is very brown and murky, and we're just gonna go ahead and wash it away now. Perfect. And with the front being done for now, we're actually gonna go ahead and flip this tire to its backside, this wheel and tire here. I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe so it's a little bit dry here. And we're gonna flip it now to its face and actually clean the inside of the barrel of the wheel. And now it shouldn't touch the ground, only the tire's touching the ground. And if you guys take a quick look inside here, boy oh boy is that one dirty barrel. Pretty certain it's never been cleaned. And with that being said, we're going to be starting off with our all-wheel cleaner detailer here, spraying it around just like we did and rubbing it in with those brushes. Alright guys, so same deal with the front here on the back. As you guys see, I sprayed it down, rubbed in that Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner already in. There was a lot more purple iron particles, interacting with that spray. And let's see how the outcome is. Wow, so I can't really compare it to before. All I know is that I'm actually able to see a lot more of the behind of the wheel now. So it is a crazy difference. If you guys look at the sidewall here, there's very little surface, dirt here still. So I might go through, spray a little bit more to get it just a little bit more cleaner here. And I think it'll actually turn out with really, really great results. So I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat the process very lightly here, and I'll show you guys those results without showing you guys anything on camera. All right guys, so the back of the wheel looks actually pretty damn good. I have no complaints. The back is pretty much flawless. I do have bug and tar remover, which Chris actually uses on the back of the inside of the barrel. I don't need it for the inside of the barrel, but what I am going to do is I'm going to try and use it here on the front fascia of the wheel in hopes to kind of lift off some of this residue that we have here on the front. So I'm just going to lightly wipe it down an area, spray it on, and see what it does. All right, and as expected, it didn't do absolutely anything to this super rough. I honestly don't know what it is at this point. Our only last hope of getting rid of this stuff is the next step, which is to clay bar it with a compound. It's pretty much buffing it out, and let's see if we can actually get it out with that, because if not, I'm at a total loss for words, and this would all be relatively for nothing other than giving the wheels some TLC. So let's hope, wish me luck, and let's get to the next. Got our wheel and tires super dry here, and now I got my clay bar. This is a gold clay bar. I believe it's a medium, middle of the road in terms of strength. So I'm gonna rip off a pretty sizable chunk here to get started, because there is a lot of wheel that I want to actually go through with this. So with that being said, I'm gonna just kind of rub it into a little bit of a ball here, and instead of using the lubricant that this comes with, Mother's lubricant, I'm actually going to use it with the all-wheel cleaner here like ChrisFix did, to hope for a little bit of better results. So I'm going to start off with a small area right here. Actually, I'll start off right here so you guys get a better angle of that, and I'm just going to kind of spray it in, and I'm really hoping this works some wonders here, guys. And medium strength, and just kind of rub it in. And honestly, I feel like I do see a difference. You do want to keep these things lubricated. You almost want them to glide, apparently. So this is my first time ever using clay, and it is an interesting thing. I'm gonna keep going here. Okay. I'm gonna just knead it a little bit here. Make sure I have a new surface here. Just fold, keep folding. All right. And let's spray one more time and get back to work. Now I want to actually give it a quick wipe to see if we're making progress like I believe we are, or if it's all in my head. So if you guys compare here to somewhere like over here, you can see there is a slight difference. Maybe I need to rub a little harder with the clay. So I'm going to knead it one more time, and I'm going to really hit the valve stem area really hard and see if there's a big difference there. But so far it's not giving me the results that I wanted. We'll see with a little bit more pressure applied how that ends up working out for us. So I have a little bit of a theory as to what the problem is actually with this wheel, and that is that the chrome plating, so this area right here, yeah, I think it's chrome plating, and in a lot of areas of the wheel itself, it's actually super peeled off, therefore just revealing the pure steel of the rim. So I think that's what's going on, and that's why I decided to use a brass brush instead of the nylon one to get a little bit more of a grittier, you know, more stiff brush, because this seems too soft. I think this is a very soft clay bar, so it's good for like paint work on the car if you want to remove, you know, vinyl stripe residue and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to use this for afterwards. But the brass brush seemed to get off a lot more of this weird looking, I honestly don't know if it's residue or just stains on the actual steel, the bare metal of the wheel. Over here you can see I used the brass brush. I went a little bit too hard, so it scratched the steel a little bit, which I don't think is a problem if I were to get the real wheel refinished anyway. So yeah, very interesting. I'm kind of just testing at this point what could work best for this. I honestly don't have much insight as to wheels and detailing altogether. I just kind of, you know, watch a few things, read a few articles, and then just test it out on my own vehicle. So yeah, I'm going to continue to try and use the brass brush. I'm going to be a little bit more light when using it. But let me go ahead and show you guys the interaction that happens here when I do start brushing with the brass brush on an area that looks pretty bad. So if I were to just let it sit for a second here, and now if I were to just actually, let me spray a little bit in the brush itself, you guys could see that it will actually turn purple here when agitating it with the brass brush. So I'm going to be a little bit lighter now with the brass brush. I don't want to scratch the entirety of the wheel, but at the same time I do want to see if this actually works a little bit better than the nylon. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from here with a light agitation like this. But as you guys can see, a lot of it is turning purple. So some interaction is going on here. Not entirely sure what, but something's happening. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update when I'm actually done the wheel and tried everything that I can and everything that I have here. But I don't think it's gonna be coming out how I wanted it to. We do have the compound that I'm gonna rub in afterwards to try and buff it out by hand. I might try that here shortly, so we'll see what happens then. So no luck getting rid of this stain on, I think, the bare metal of the wheel. No luck. I tried using the compound cutter to rub it out. I tried using the nylon brush, the brass brush. I tried a lot of different methods. I just tried handling it out. Nothing's working. If you guys come in close here, you guys will see the difference of this is the after. I put a lot of work into this side here, and then this side it didn't get any love. So you guys could see the difference there. Not as big a difference as I would have hoped by any stretch of the imagination. But we're gonna go ahead and move forward, and I'm actually gonna compound the gloss part of the wheel as well as the inner barrel just to keep it nice and shiny. And yeah, so let's go ahead and apply some compound here from Meguiar's, just like that. And I'm just gonna work it into the, I'm just gonna put some dabs of it everywhere, and then I'm gonna actually work it in to all of the spokes here. It's supposed to leave it looking nice and hazy, which it is doing. And then you take a clean microfiber cloth and wipe it down, buff it to a finish. I'll actually put a tiny bit more here. And here and here. Okay, and I'm gonna go to a completely different part of the rag and buff it down. So you guys can see the spokes right here looking super shiny, super clean. I like how the spokes came out. The black on the wheels look absolutely phenomenal. Again, that wasn't really the major issue anyway. The barrel is absolutely clean. Now we're actually going to be applying some tire gel, which is a protectant for the rubber to the outside of the sidewall here. And I have a little sponge here, again, links in the description below, and I'm just gonna kind of apply it like so. As you guys can see, not too much on it just to start, and just kind of rub it along this side like that. Go ahead and get some more on here. This stuff smells really good. Alright, so those look absolutely beautiful to me. Nice and clean. Let's see how it looks when it dries up. It should look nice and shiny. And yeah, tires are done. Next step is going to be ceramic coating on the wheels, which is going to give it a nice gloss as well as protective layer. So let's see how that step goes. Hopefully it was as good as the tire. It's been a pretty long day. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it on the wheel, the surface itself. And then I have a clean microfiber towel here, and we're just going to kind of rub it in and rub it away. So I already cleaned the wheel off with some rubbing alcohol as well. So this should be ready and primed to go on. Again, I just like letting things sit for just a couple seconds here, making sure I got all the areas I need to. Okay, and now I'm just gonna kind of rub it in there. It's not going to make the wheel necessarily look any different, but it's going to be that protective coating and protective layer that you'd want on your wheel, same way you'd want it ceramic coating on your paint on the vehicle itself. So this is kind of like the invisible protectant that'll make dirt and rut sling off of it a lot quicker during future washes. With that being said, I think this wheel's done. Didn't get the results I wanted because I think it's the actual metal of the vehicle, of the wheel, that's actually stained. So it might need to get resurfaced or reconditioned. I'm gonna call a shop to see how much that would actually cost. But with that being said, let's get the wheel back on the car. I got 3 more to do off camera. I'll show you guys what that looks like when everything is done. Unfortunately, guys, by the time I finished, it was way too late in the day to take any photos or footage, so I couldn't get you guys a picture of all the wheels looking oh so clean. And the next day it rained with a lot of wind, leaves falling. It just absolutely dirtied the wheels anyway, so it was really unfortunate. But my overall take on doing this, I would say it's definitely worth it. I did go overkill with all the products purchased in this video. You definitely don't need all of these products unless your wheels are in similar condition to the ones that Chris actually fixed on his own channel, or cleaned up on his own channel. And so with that being said, make sure you purchase only the products that you guys need, again using those links in the description. So subscribe if you enjoyed this video, hit that notification bell so that you guys could ride shotgun with me on the next one, and I'll see you all there. Peace.